Hey, do you guys want some of the best filters that you can get for your cameras to make your pictures and videos really crisp? In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at PolarPro and talking to Rockwell about how you can do just that coming up. Hey, what's up guys? My name's Timothy, and on this channel I focus on tech tools and tutorials to help you create the best content that you can for your YouTube channels and your productions. I'm here at NAB 2019 with Rockwell from PolarPro, and I wanted to stop by this booth specifically because they've been such a huge supporter of the channel since the very beginning. Rockwell, we've been talking over email for so long now, and it's so great to finally meet you in person. Just wanted to say a word of thanks to you for supporting me as a YouTuber, just providing some stuff along the way and encouraging me has been fantastic, so thanks for that. And I've just highly recommended your products all along, especially with the Mavic series that I did. The PolarPro filters for that is just incredible, and to this day, like, I won't fly a drone without a PolarPro filter on it, so yeah, it's great. So really excited for some of the new things that you guys have. One of the things that I haven't even told my audience about yet is that I've been using the Quartz line filters for NDs on my cameras like every single shot. And so I know there's some really exciting other news coming up. So yeah, why don't you just tell us about what you've got going on and some of the new products that you've got going.
Yeah, happy to do so. First off, I want to say, as a company, we try to support creatives as they grow. So it's been really awesome to see you succeed, and we're just happy that we can be a part of that. So thank you for letting us be a part of that. So it kind of goes both ways. But yeah, Quartz line, as you may have talked about previously, it's kind of like our flagship filter line. We use fused quartz, which is a very optically pristine glass, lowest refractive index available across any platform. But the big news here and why we're at NAB is the variable ND that we just launched 3 days ago, which is a collaboration we did with Peter Mckinnon. He was a big help in helping us decide how to build this product. It's been a long time coming. We actually sat down last NAB with him to really come up with this idea, and it's been a full year. So we're really happy to kind of show this filter line off and really just kind of get it out there and launched.
Yeah. So I've talked about variable NDs on my channel just a little bit, and what ND filters are. As a reminder, like, they're the way that I describe it is like sunglasses for your camera, right? So basically allowing you as a videographer especially to get lower f-stops as you're filming, which gives you that really nice depth of field even though it's bright outside. Right. Critical, especially when you're trying to do professional shots and you want the motion blur and stuff, right? And so the nice thing for me with variable NDs is that I'm a run and gun shooter, and so although I've loved the Quartz line and how awesome they are, there is that delay of like, okay, let me pull out my bag, let me get my filters out, switch them out to be whatever the correct darkness that I need for that shot. With variable NDs, I'm just like spinning it, right? So that's a huge advantage for me. What are some of the other advantages of variable NDs?
So not only is ours that, what you said, where it's easy run and gun, quick on the fly change, it's also a little bit user proof in that it doesn't allow you to go too far in that. So instead of doing running gunning, a lot of those variable NDs that are free spinning will create a cross polarization effect, which if people aren't familiar with, discoloration, you get an X pattern in your content, and even some vignetting when you're shooting at the focal lengths, the lower focal lengths of like 16 to 24. So ours has a preset parameter. It's a 2 to 5 stop or a 6 to 9 stop parameter. So it has hard stops on the end.
So that's actually really a big deal because I've lost shots before because I wasn't realizing that my ND had spun past the point, and my variable ND, not yours, but it like had a little X in it, or I had that vignetting and I had to like throw out the footage, and it was devastating, like, because some of those times you're using ND filters, you got that beautiful weather outside, and like you might not get another chance at that shot. So it's really huge to be able to have that. I think that's really awesome. I think the other thing that's really impressive to me about this filter line is just how durable it feels. You know, again, as a run and gun, it's just like stuff's thrown in my bag, you know, and I don't want to be necessarily concerned like is something going to break or plastic, you know, a lot of plastic on these ND filters and stuff. And this has always felt super solid. So tell me just a little bit about the build quality.
Yeah, so as I mentioned before, the Quartz line is definitely optically pristine, but it's also more durable in that it's a naturally occurring element. On top of that, we're putting coatings on top, so anti-scratch, anti-oil, fingerprints, all that. And then we're also using a more rugged frame. Now there's two different frames. With the quartz line, you're getting the brass frame, which is that heavier feeling, more durable frame. For the VND, we decided to use aluminum for two reasons. One being it's a little bit more light. When it's like run and gun, you kind of have that feeling you don't want to add weight. And then also the gimbal application. We understand this is more of a video filter. Granted, our quartz line aren't heavy in any way, but there was a request to make sure that this was as lightweight as possible for anybody using it on a gimbal.
So just not only variable NDs and stuff for cameras, DSLRs, and lenses, you're still creating the same awesome filter lines for drones. I saw that you have over here the filter set for Mavic Pro 2, which is super exciting, but any other drones that you're adapting to in the future?
Well, yeah, we always try to stay up to the trend and whatever the demand is. Definitely DJI being the market leader, kind of whatever iteration they come out with. As far as the filter lineup, we've been very consistent in creating everything from an Indy 4 all the way up to a long exposure Indy 1000 or even 100,000 in some cases to really get those long exposure shots. Then there's also the Indy PL application, which you've seen in quartz line. So that's both an Indy and a polarizer in one single glass element. No plans for a variable Indy for drones yet. We may explore that in the future, you never know. But the one thing is, when shooting with the drone, you don't have the chance to adjust on the fly. Because no variable yet, but we might explore that.
Sure. Yeah, it would be kind of weird to have your drone just come back down so you can spin a little variable ND. Yeah. So, well, Rockwell, thanks so much for your time this afternoon. It's been really good, and we're excited to see what the company's going to hold in the future.
Sweet.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Hey, thanks for watching today, guys. For more coverage of NAB 2019, be sure to click the link over here. Or you can also check out our entire playlist of videos from NAB this week here in Las Vegas. Thanks so much for watching. Be sure and subscribe and hit the bell for notifications, and I will catch you in the next video.